Anyone else love streaming? My goodness gracious me, I pulled it off. Not but an hour ago was I recording a great Steins Gate discussion with silly Jockey Bacon, and here we are, we've made it here this evening, pulling double duty. Some may say that's quite admirable. Don't worry, I was just reading, my comments over here on my my Claymere video over here. My God, this one fella, he just be leaving comments. It's still the same fella. And then we've got one other fella. I think y'all should finish up the series. Might as well. I think there would be more to discuss that way. My goodness, I hadn't seen this comment yet. Somebody actually commenting on when we should stop and start the next video. Do you feel like the pacing from here has any clear stopping points as separate sets of arcs, or does it lead right into the next? Each arc definitely feeds into the next one from here on out. But I will say there are two pretty good stopping points. I'd suggest stopping either at 125 or 131. So either stop there at the end of volume 22 or 23. Now that's crazy. I'll suggest ending at chapter 131. I think it's a better place to end the next bunch of chapters. I think it wraps up the arc before it lays some groundwork for the next one. I mean, there's only 20 chapters after that, so, I don't know. And I kind of want to get Claymore done and dusted, if you know what I mean. At this point in the story, there were definitely standout characters for me that I really enjoy on deeper level. Well, I think I've heard, I did read that one. Anyway, me and Mia were famous. Great Claymore patrons. Except I ain't paying no fucking money. Will you rewatch the first lecture? Yeah, I definitely will. I'm trying to figure out if it's a sleep rewatch or it's an actual rewatch. For anybody that doesn't know, get out of here, fucking shitty Steins Gate. The One Piece 102 lecture is coming in 1 week. That was yesterday. Now, will Nate delay it? Of course he will. You think he's going to get something out on time? This guy's lazier than me. But we will see. Honestly, I have no idea how long this is going to be. I don't know if he's going to go back over things he missed or something in the last one. It's quite a mystery. The first one is, 4 hours long, I think? We can look it up in a second. I did indeed start Crash 4. It's interesting. It's pretty good. I've literally played 3 levels. Level 3 was kind of hard, so that was pissing me off. It's very different. I have to think about it a lot more before I say anything. It felt very weird starting it. It's kind of a game I've just ignored for like 6 years, but it's kind of a big deal. So it's kind of a weird... It's just weird, I guess. And Heath is here doing his Yamiya faces. What else would he do? Well, I guess he would dab if Shitty Elitari was streaming right now. But he's not. Elitari didn't stream this week. He's a loser. He wanted to go watch Shitty Chainsaw Man with his shitty friends. And now I gotta watch Shitty Chainsaw Man. I've got like 4 episodes left, and then I'll have to figure out how I'm gonna go see this fucking movie. Surely the new one can't be over 3 hours. Depends how detailed he makes the recap. He could literally make it longer than the first if he recaps everything. It is a new, group of people, but the fact that he's calling it 102 means that it's probably... I mean, when did the last one finish? They were about to get to Wano, or they had just gotten to Wano? Now, he did spend a pretty decent amount of time in that on, post-time skip stuff. I don't even know if that's true. We'll look at it in a second. I also made my Platinum Trophy thread. Oh my God, I called it a threat. No, I have to delete it. Oh, yikes. And start again. Good things these ones aren't time sensitive and I can just copy the same images. It's great. Why didn't somebody tell me? No, if somebody told me, I would have been pissed off. If somebody had told me, I would have kept it up in protest. Oh my goodness, look at all these ugly bitches in PlayStation games. This woman. This sexy lady. We like Abby. Aloy's kind of ugly. We're not going to lie there. And then the sexy lady that's just a super hot actress but scanned into the game. My goodness. It is funny that this is just a massive talking point that people really care about. Fuck, marry, kill, hard mode over here. 1K upvotes. The one from Returnal was ugly too. I feel like I've seen that girl on the cover art. I feel like she wasn't ugly. They made an ugly girl from every race. Now that one was pretty funny. This is the hardest choice of my life. One looks like Tupac. The other is basically a trans. Aloy looks fucking retarded. And Erica just straight up ugly. Why do they think the first girl is ugly? Like, she just looks like a normal woman, right? Abby and this girl are just hot, so that's retarded. Aloy is just ugly. This girl is just like, whatever. She looks like a girl. Oh my god, this retarded fucking... Didn't have powers, Cartman? Again, for the 9,000th time. So I retweeted it as well, and Elite already liked it. That was funny. Claymore discussion. My goodness, it has been a while since we streamed. This is only our second stream this month. We're nearly 10 days in and that fucking Denji video isn't out yet. Though I have kind of been making progress. Not as much as I'd want. Why did I click that? Oh yeah, because I was trying to figure out when we streamed last. Or what the fuck it was about. Streaming is believing. Well, that sure tells me something. Were we reacting to songs? Oh, we reacted to Lolita Ree's video. We're going to watch a much better Revolutionary Girl Utena video today. Oh, and we watched the Oh, it's still open. This video was fucking boring. I know what this idiot's going to say. We got more interesting discourse to talk about. Nate, where's the fucking first lecture? No, let's just take forever to load. You know, I love it. All right, let's close this one. Elite Ari is here, I just saw. Oh, no, that was on my old stream. Lol. I mean, like, Egghead is dense enough that it can literally be longer than the first. I only realized, like, today that, like, I'm actually going to learn a bunch of shit from this lecture. And that made me kind of excited. Elite Ari says, I am here. Elite Ari, do you want to join for the reaction to this video, or do you not care at all? I mean, it could be useful for some Revolutionary Girl Utena knowledge that Elite Ari might have, but I don't know where he is or what he's doing right now. I don't know if he's back at his place or if he's still in Sydney or what the fuck's going on. While the first lecture was before Jimbei came back, didn't even get to the good part of Wano. Elite says, no, I'm tired. I got 4 hours sleep in the last 24 hours and I'm here. Could have come up with a better excuse. Now I'm pissed off. No, finish Jeff's video. We'll do it after the video if you have time. Or you can just read it instead like a normal person. No, the lecture is better. And I'm sure I'll read it anyways. We did all of our shitty tweets. Now, what the fuck is this video called? Commodification? Oh my god, it comes up. It pops up. See, it's famous, this video. Oh, I didn't click on it. Here we go. Now, is there anybody that doesn't have context to this? I guess if we do have a couple of... Oh my god, I've watched this episode. And I watched this episode. This episode was okay. Zubat evolved into Golbat. Oh my god, and I watched this one. Hitmontop had to beat this guy. And the next one is this one. I had a very demoralizing moment where... I was making, like, things I wanted to complete before the end of the year. And I did, like, a calculator, so there were, like, 55 days left in the year when I did that. And I did this, and I plussed it by 55 or whatever, and it wasn't even the end of Johto. So even if I was, like, very disciplined and watched one Pokemon episode a day, I still wouldn't finish Johto before the end of the year. And it was, like, by a decent amount, by, like, 20 or 30 episodes. So, you know, my... optimistic Pokemon view is not too high right now. I'm not even halfway through Johto. It is a lot. It is a lot of, like, very fillery episodes that are not as good as they once were. So it's not the most... Well, it's a pretty enjoyable experience. This episode was pretty good. The Hassle in the Castle one was really good. Though a few before that weren't too good, but we're getting through Pokemon, right? Anyway. I had a busy day. I'm sure Elite Ari sits at a desk all day, this fella. The video was getting infamous on Twitter, bro. This video was getting infamous on Twitter. Pokemon not a 10 out of 10. Pokemon was never a 10 out of 10. It was a 9 out of 10. It is interesting because I think I would rank them like the Indigo League, which is the first 80 episodes. I would give that a 9 out of 10. The Orange Islands, I would absolutely give a 9 out of 10. Those are great. Johto is like an 8 or a 7. It just... There's a lack of big episodes no matter what. Kanto had a lot of big episodes. even in between the important fights and stuff like that. And it had a lot of really funny episodes. I feel like the comedy has definitely come down. The show has definitely, it's probably just a dub thing, but it has definitely got a slightly more kiddie. There are like thematic speeches at the end of every episode that go for like 30 or 40 seconds that are always cringe and terrible. It is very much formulaic where it's like, today we are going to learn about excavation. And, like, this is how a Pokemon kind of falls into this excavation plot. And like, the Zubat episode, this was about, like, dojos and fighting or whatever. This episode is about ultrasounds and how, like, the Zubat use their radar thingy or whatever to help this doctor girl. And then they get trapped in the basement of this mansion that's, like, weird, and then they get out. This episode is about carrier pigeons. This episode is the excavation episode. And every episode is like this, where it's more so like a job. We explore the job to teach the kids what the job does. There is a Pokemon, and then Team Rocket show up. And the important thing now is that Team Rocket really are the only, like, central comedy thing. Like, the funny thing is, Ash did have a lot of character development, but it is character developed away his ability to be funny, because he is just a competent trainer now, and he is just a nice guy now. And these are things that slowly built up over the Kanto and Orange Island saga. And now he is very much a static good guy character. And this is very much what I remember him being in, like, Hoenn and Sinnoh. And so that's a little bit more boring. The Brock stuff is a little bit more formulaic, where he likes girls. And Misty is, like, much more of a nice girl than a kind of, like, tsundere-esque character. I would say the three of them very much blend into sort of being one character in a sense. Things have gotten better in other areas. Like, all the Pokemon have, like, much more distinct characters now. But also just the sheer number of episodes. Like, what is there? Like 200 Johto episodes or something? Probably not that much. Probably like 150, 180. There are 80 Kanto episodes and 37 Orange Islands episodes, and they're just really good. And also, there's no set piece episodes. There's no, like, great two-parter, dramatic, weird stuff. A lot of the weird stuff is gone too, where it's like we kind of understand the world we're doing, and we definitely understand the formula. But anyway, that's my silly Pokemon rant. It is very interesting tracking how it's changing. I think that'll make for a very interesting video, and I think not the synopsis. What does a doctor do when the diagnosis being that, like, Ash character developed the show into being bad is that would definitely be a funny video to make. Anyway, this poor lady on Twitter is getting destroyed by all of our famous YouTubers. Find some tweets for me, chat. Link some tweets for me. So I've seen, like, everybody talking about this video in a very similar way to how they were talking about the Anime Men video. That reminds me, I think the Anime Men made another video like their video that everybody liked. But it was about shoujo. And I saw, like, 2 or 3 tweets about this. I see a lot of, like, AniTube tweets now. We tried shoujo. So I think they're just doing this apology tour part 2. Hold on, let's go back. So did this video end up doing well? I mean, it's doing all right. 300K is pretty good. It's, like, better than any other anime video essay thing you would ever get. I guess it is doing vaguely better than all of their other, like, content that isn't, like, their song choreography dance shit or whatever the fuck. It's interesting that they try to do it again. I guess I kind of respect it more if they're going to try and have this a thing. I'm going to assume it's still, like, definitely the template shapes outlined for him, where you, like, talk about introduce the anime, talk about the history of why it's important, talk about vague opinions you have on the anime that are all positive. It's probably pretty funny like that. This one doesn't have timestamps. Uh-oh. Hold on, I wonder if let's predict the comments. This redemption arc just keeps getting better. That's what they're all going to be. Sometimes it takes a real man to be best girl, Gigik. Well, that's about what we'd expect, huh? I'm genuinely invested in the new video style. It's educative and entertaining. The Anime Men stepped up their game. I love how you guys improve the content based on criticism. You got to listen to the criticism, chat. It was a really fun video overall. I love shoujo shows, and they were my childhood. My goodness. I actually love to see this well-respected, review-driven content that treats shoujo with real respect. You gotta respect the things you talk about on this fucking YouTube. Oh, I forgot to click on stupid-ass Miller's links, so we'll open these real quick. I don't know if I clicked that second one, so we'll click it again. We didn't. Oh, my goodness. RTTV reacting to things.
Politics out of anime.
Whoa!
God, I wish.
That's brave. Oh, I also saw tweets about this video. Oh, no, maybe not. Maybe it was a different video. Now, Bonsai Pop, is this that motherfucker that made Black Lagoon videos? Oh, yeah, it is this video. I saw this thumbnail. So I don't know. There's no way this is like this is definitely just like a Mother's Basement Part 2 video, right? There's no way this is like going against it or something. Though the tweets I saw vaguely seemed like it was going against it. No, this isn't the Black Lagoon channel. Claymore, the imperfect trailblazer. My goodness. We love Claymore here. Oh, no, they did make it one Black Lagoon video, but this isn't the one I was thinking of. There is other ones. By the way, mine has like 500k views, so, you know, I'm the realist. It actually doesn't have 500k yet. I can't remember the name of that other channel that did a bunch of like character Black Lagoon videos like I did. Funny thing is, these are all definitely better than my videos. Yeah, it's Cringe, Hassan Dick Riding. I was fucking up my words all through the Steins Gate review. On the podcast, they were complaining about how they were obligated to post a slop video because some pre-recorded the ad they needed to do, but they were mad at anybody would think they just immediately regressed. Oh, hold on. On the podcast, so I am assuming this is the one podcast appearance they did on the Weeb Crew or whatever, the Weeb Club, the Weeb Crew. It's the Weeb Crew, which I wanted to listen to, but I completely forgot about. So, how they were obligated to post a slop video because of some pre-recorded ad they needed to do, and they were mad that everybody would think they immediately regressed. But they didn't upload that, I'm guessing, because I didn't see it. But it looks like they got out of having to post it. Holy reading. Shut up, Heath. I'll beat your ass. Okay, so this video doesn't seem that interesting. I want to defend this girl with bad opinions. I don't know anything of it. Well, I did see the memes when, the tweets, when Lucci came back and was fighting people. I don't know how Lucci is strong, like to this level.
Yeah! Get him, Lucci!
Does Rob like Lucci? This is Rob, right? I'm remembering the name.
Hand pistol!
Oh, that was hard.
Nah, that's it.
Like
It's over.
Yeah,
It's over. It's over!
Oh, because he's dressing Zoro too. Oh, so maybe he just doesn't like him because he doesn't like Zoro. I understand.
Oh my god!
Poor Zoro dodged a ball. Rob isn't gonna be happy about that.
Zoro?
Like, cut it out, bro. This is Zoro.
One blade.
Look at his face.
Hey, they're one short. There used to be 5 of them. Also, his name is Rob Lucci. I did not even for 1 second consider that, but that is a good point.
Rob, after it went back in his head, he's about to bounce off. He's
He walked off. He was so mad. Oh, the great Jinbei is there, of course, because he's a member of the crew. How could I forget?
Whoa! And that, ladies and gentlemen...
I remember Nate complaining that Jinbei was just now like the second strongest guy, but I feel like that's not true, right? Now, I'm not caught up on the latest One Piece feats, but I'm assuming Zoro beat King, and I'm assuming Sanji beat Queen, and I'm assuming Jinbei was off fighting some 4th guy.
Is complete devastation!
Jack, I guess. I remember these names.
It's like Pat talking to Wells in the Beast reaction. Wrap it up.
Well, Rob came back. My goodness, they're whole again, except for the one guy they missed. And oh my god, who's liking my tweets? Kelsey Smith loves me. What can I say? Let's just see if they're doing the same structure real quick. Huh?
Yes, shoujo, the genre of anime meant for girls.
Wait. Shoujo is not a genre. It's a
Oh, no, I'm getting the cringes back. Jinbei's the 4th strongest and the 3rd highest bounty. Is Robin? No, they've well surpassed Robin, right? So is Zoro the one with the 2nd highest bounty? I think he is. I think when all those bounties came out like 3 years ago, Zoro's was a big one. Is Sanji's wanted dead or alive now? Is that crazy?
Demographic. There's a difference. I mean, shoujo literally just means young girl in Japanese, just like shonen means young boy.
A genre is something like romance, and shoujo is generally
That's
associated with
crazy.
romance because a lot of shoujo anime are based around romantic stories.
And we here at the Anime Men Incorporated are kind of known for our really bad takes. So you could say we're on a journey of
We're sorry, guys.
expanding our anime knowledge, which is why each of us has chosen one shoujo anime to watch in its entirety.
So join us
Oh my god, one of them was watching Nana.
as we discuss and experience the most popular and influential shoujo of all time.
Oh, I
People
was
want to talk
gonna
about
guess
the
what
90s
they
anime
are.
aesthetic. I mean, you're talking about the Yu Yu Hakusho, the Cowboy Bebop.
Who the fuck is this guy? I don't remember this guy.
Slam Dunks, the Evangelions, and obviously Sailor Moon.
We love fighting demons by moonlight or something.
I'm gonna go out and say this. Sailor Moon is the most popular shoujo of all time. I don't care. Sailor Moon was the first to basically bring the Super Sentai, the Power Ranger style formula in the magical girl genre, and it completely flipped the switch. If that makes sense. Sailor Moon in a nutshell is basically about a clumsy,
Really?
stupid middle schooler, Usagi. Oh shit, not that Usagi. I'm talking about Usagi here, who meets a talking cat that tells her she's the chosen one. And from here on, every week is a random monster messing with her friend / town, trying to secure, dark energy for the queen and the Dark Kingdom. Usagi then cries for 2 minutes, starts losing the fight a little, and then uses her tiara.
I don't even know what Nana looks like to check which one reviewed that. So it is the same thing. That's very cute. We stand the anime men in their great reformation, making the people happy. Now, this poor girl is the new anime men. On Twitter, we're just all making fun of her for this terrible video she made called The Commodification of the Magical Girl Video Essay. Now, this seemed to be like a feminist critique of magical girls from what I've seen on Twitter. Now, I haven't seen, I think maybe I listened to like one line of this video that was posted on Twitter. I went on a channel because obviously she's a very small creator, which is already makes this a little bit weirder than like shitting on a channel with like 4 million subscribers, which is like probably a bit nicer. At least they can cry into their 20 million viewed dancing video. But this is literally this girl's like first video. She has a bunch of shorts, and Heath was saying she might or may not have been popular on TikTok at some point. Now, I have heard, Leary also said this today, but I'm pretty sure I watched an Emaru clip that told me this one time, that like TikTok accounts just get banned constantly. Actually, now that I think about it, I feel like I've heard Destiny complain about that too. But also we couldn't verify these claims, and he'd just be making stuff up, like he was making fun of me for reading before. Oh my god, look, there's a TikTok. And an Instagram, and a letterbox. Hold on, let's check this out. Anyway, I saw she did a Claymore video. The Claymore video was pretty bad. She did just we can watch it. She does just shit on Sakura for no reason at the beginning of this video. Couldn't find the account. This was the 9 million followed account that got banned. Oh my goodness. Utena, Your Name, Catching Fire. That's the best Hunger Games movie, and Redline. Lots of anime here. Chainsaw Man, 4.5 stars. Can't be good. Let's see what the review is like. Now, this Utena movie, I think Alita already said he hasn't even seen this fucking movie. What an idiot. There's a way to compare it to the stuff I like, right? I bet this girl doesn't like Blonde if she's seen it, so it's not good. My rating, your rating highest first. Challenges? 5 star. Polite Society, only 3 stars. What the hell? Portrait of a Lady on Fire with a Simple Heart. Not the Deathly Hallows hate. We love Harry Potter here. Oh my god, Evangelion shitting on. End of Ava loving though. Love Actually shitting on. Oh my god, this Madoka Magica movie with 5 stars. But I thought she was going to shit on Madoka Magica in this video. Shitty Oppenheimer, 4 stars. Hiroshima Mon Amour, somebody else has seen this movie. This is crazy. Prisoner of Azkaban with 3 stars. So true. Fuck that movie. Solo with only 2.5 stars. You can't be serious. It's obviously the best Star Wars movie. Oh no, Silly Superman with 4 stars. We can't be liking that. Oh my god, look at all these movies that I've seen. We can't read all these. We got a fucking stream to do. Oh, I can handle the truth. The only Chainsaw Man stuff I've been consuming recently has been the Part 2 manga, so watching this is like a blast from the past. They're all alive. Oh my god, I thought this was going to transition into Part 2 hate, but she didn't. I accidentally opened the movie, not the review. And I'm not even following her, so I can't see it at the... No, did I do it for each one of them? No! No, no, no! I wanted to run through them real quick. We're trying to humanize the poor victim here. Oh, it's gonna take forever to reopen these fucking tabs. My fucking internet sucks. Click on this. Oh, I gotta go all the way back through it. Oh, yikes. I gotta click on this part. Oh my god. Get rid of this. Oh, and fucking Letterboxd is the worst optimized site of all time. Makes your fucking computer lag. So which ones do we actually care about? This one. This one. I want all the hot take ones. Hiroshima Mon Amour. Somebody else said something about this movie besides Steven once. There was a solo one too somewhere, right? I want to see the solo one. Where is it? There it is. Quickly, quickly. Oh my god, so many spoiler warnings. Give us more Darth Maul. Yuck. No, that's not a good take. The sound design, true, so good. I want to edit like this. I hate that Twitter spoiled the racket sign. Oh my goodness, the racket sign mean he fucked his girl. That movie was great. I'm so proud of Shinji for not choking Asuka on the beach. Well, that's pretty true. But that doesn't explain why we didn't love the great movie. So many characters are assholes. Is that true? Snape was cheating on his wife in this movie, but it was epic. And I have positive memories associated to it. I don't know, it feels weird, kind of wrong to see them use the Hiroshima bombing as a way to uplift a French woman's traumatic love story, with a Nazi, by the way. They are two very different traumatic events with extremely different levels of trauma that have no connection to each other. The present day takes place in Hiroshima, and yet we learn basically nothing about the man. It's prioritizing white suffering. I mean, that's certainly a read of the movie. This movie was just really weird. It was more art house than I could handle. Anyway.
Have you ever been watching a battle shonen and thought to yourself, damn, I wish there was one of these with a female protagonist? And
this is also weird because it kind of does make sense, but I really don't think of Claymore as a battle shonen at all. There is a lot of fighting in Claymore.
Not talking about characters like Sakura, okay? She's
Fuck
not the protagonist.
Sakura,
the
you
show
know?
is not named after her. Well, about something you wanted, then you should read Claymore. This is
And
my
true, and then
huge
she just goes on to talk about Claymore for a little bit and says it's kind of cool. And says the anime is badly animated, so that's sad. I haven't seen it yet. I did torrent the anime recently, though. But it was terrible. It was only in 720p, so I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do about that. Anyway, their bounties are massive now. It's pretty cool. Hey, Miller the Killer, wake up. You got some moderating to do. Their bounties are massive now. It's pretty cool, bro. Top 4 over 1 billion. Robin 397. It's 930 mil. Why would Robin's bounty go up? Like, there's no way she's winning any cool fights or anything. Actually, I literally have no idea what Robin does at all after Water 7, I guess. She gets Kuma zapped. And after that, I have literally no idea. Anyway, I want to see if this video is really that bad. The commodification of the magical girl. I literally have no idea what this could mean. Like, just magical girl for profit or something? I have no idea. Why are most contemporary magical girl anime targeted towards men? I did see this as a topic of the video. I don't see how that's the... Is the commodification, like, the commodification for men? Magical Girl series started out as a source of empowerment for women. However, the rise of otaku culture in the 80s, animation studios started... See, this is seeming to imply some knowledge about anime history, which would make sense why the big anime history accounts, like, I'm pretty sure I saw Pause and Select today tweet about this video, Mercury Falcon, who I think I watched a video of once and liked, Shabes was tweeting about it. These people seem to know a thing or two about anime history, you know. They're relatively informed, at least I think. So, if she's getting stuff wrong, then they're probably not going to like it. While the magical girl genre is conformed to the otaku audience, women audiences are still able to create their own positive representations. My goodness. Now, I remember in the thumbnail, it was Utena, Madoka, and something else. Now, we did just see on her letterbox that she likes Madoka Magica, so this is interesting. The male gaze, the female gaze, the rise of Seinen Magical Girl, the transformations of a genre. Now, also, I think a lot of the hate from this video is probably just the title. The title does feel like... It feels like the new... Remember when every video essay was called The Genius of, or The Problem With, or The Undeniable Moment? I mean, that one was great. But anything where it's like the good of thing is basically where it was just like, this is a video essay about how this thing is good, or the bad of thing, where this video essay is about how this thing is bad. This feels like the 2025 equivalent of that, where it's like the bad thing of genre. And it feels more bread truby, where it's like the commodification, which I think has to do with money, right? Usually. Like, are we complaining about capitalism and patriarchy and all these things in this video? It could seem overdone and that stuff, you know? The actions or process of treating something as a mere commodity. Well, true. And a commodity is just a resource, I'm pretty sure. I understand words and things. And I feel like the tone of this video is probably going to be, what do you call it? Antagonistic. But we're going to do our best to defend this young lady against the attacks, just like we did with the Anime Man. That thing kills judo, now that's a title. Shut up, Alita. It's so annoying to me. It pisses me off beyond belief that Alita and Miller are the same color on my phone when I'm reading chat, because I started reading that as like, oh, this fucking Miller the Killer prick is mocking me. But then I remembered, no, Alita likes this dumb video, so it was actually him, and then I had to read who sent it. I want to judge the thing based on the color. Oh, that's not good. We don't judge the content of the character is what we're all about here. Car refuses to let women speak. I mean, I'm not going to let anybody speak. My goodness, you know how much I had to let Jockey Bacon speak earlier today?
Magic girls. We all know them. We all love them, at least.
I have seen Madoka Magica. And I think somebody said this. Was it Heath or Miller that literally said in my Discord server, like, to people who like magical girl shows, I am the height of the enemy. I have seen the one magical girl show that's supposed to be crazy and trippy and like, subversive. And I'm here to tell you that magical girls suck, you know? Dumb little girls playing dress up. Transformation sequences. Nothing could be worse. But no, I wish I had seen... I want to watch Cardcaptor Sakura. What a cool show. Oh yeah, and I jokingly said in the Discord that Diebuster, of course, is a great magical girl show. And that the M in Momo stands for magic. That was a good joke. I should have got upvotes in my Discord server, but I didn't. So I don't know anything about magical girl shows is what I'm trying to say here.
If you clicked on this video, you probably love them. If not, you at least know them.
Oh my god, she's doing the thing where she's holding the microphone. Already stricken.
I hope so. But if you don't, magical girls have been around since the 60s, inspiring young girls
True. Sally and the Witch. Shaves taught me about
and
this
women
or
alike
something.
as a source of empowerment. Magical girls fight crime and save the world, all while looking stylish and chic. Being hyperfeminine is often seen as a weakness, but popular shows like the iconic Sailor Moon...
Okay, initially, like, the narration, I can't tell if it's, like, entirely scripted or she's just reading dot points or something, but the narration is a little choppy, which already makes me, like, it makes me, like, second K and cringe and feel bad that people are making fun of her for her first video. Imagine if they had my first video. I'm so glad that my first, like, 50 videos are deleted forever. And you can watch some fucking shitty videos I made on my channel still. Like, if somebody started making fun of them and I had to listen to it as they made fun of me to respond, I'd want to kill myself. Everybody's first video was bad, I guess, is my point here.
Showed that leaning into your feminine side is empowering, not degrading. Unfortunately, a lot of magical girl series now are catered towards the male gaze. That's everyone's happened in our society. Fragmented shots of their bodies while transforming, often done naked. Objectify the magical girl to titillate the male viewer, not...
True, Mummy's boobs just bounced. Did you see it?
The woman viewer.
That's her name, right?
Women are already so often objectified in anime. Why can't magical girl series be a safe place away from that? How did iconic shows tailored towards women like Sailor Moon turn into a site of male fantasy?
I think immediately the issue is probably going to be like, well, these are pretty clearly magical girl shows for guys, right? I'm assuming Madoka Magica's, what do you call it? Target audience is probably men 18 to 35, right? Like, that's the whole point, is that it's, like, dark and twisted and shit. Cutie Honey is, like, an ecchi series, kind of, right? It's, like, I would say that was probably for boys, too. Revolutionary Girl Utena has probably got a more female audience in mind, right? Same with, like, Sailor Moon and stuff. So I wonder if, like, Madoka is going to be, like, the negative example. And then the Utena is going to be, like, the counter example. I'm not sure. I am trying to play a video here.
Shows like Cutie Honey and Madoka Magica. Anime series are often labeled according to their intended demographic. Magical girl series typically fall under the label of shoujo. Shoujo literally translates to girl, thus naming the series' intended audience. There's also labeled josie, which translates to woman or woman, thus labeling them.
Now, Heath did point this out. She doesn't know how to say josei, which is a little weird. But also, I have no idea if that's actually how you say Josei. That's just how other people hear it say it, and I picked it up. So people could be making fun of her for that. Okay, I see people are saying she should watch Precure, lol. Well, yeah, at the beginning here where she's yearning for series that don't pander to men. Because that is true. Precure is like the biggest magical girl thingy or whatever. That's the talking point everybody uses when they talk about this video. And that is for little girls. I was going to say by little girls. But for little girls. The first part of the sentence is true. This fucking Utna shit with the borders is so... There's nothing cooler than a great border, you know what I'm saying? We gotta watch this dumb show with the lead already in the new year, right?
Intended demographic as adult women. There, unfortunately, aren't a lot of Josie magical girl series. The manga Magical Angel Creamy Mommy and the Spoiled Princess is one of the few
Creamy Mommy.
Josie magical girl series. The Spoiled Princess is a sequel to the classic shoujo series Creamy Mommy, the Magic Angel. On the flip side, there is also Shonen, which translates to boy, and Seinen, which translates to young man.
You love boys!
Very popular magical girl series, Madoka Magic.
I love boys, chat. You see
can
that
easily
joke?
be
Did you see
misinterpreted
that one
as
coming? That was pretty funny, huh?
Josie, considering its focus on female protagonists and adult darker themes. However, it's technically a seinen, as its intended demographic are young men.
True, that's what I said. I'm a genius.
A noteworthy amount of magical girl series fall under the demographic of shonen or seinen, with otaku culture as
Okay, so she's just reading off her phone, which is interesting. You should probably, like, put it behind the camera. I remember giving presentations in school, and it was always cool, like, looking down at the paper and looking back up. I don't know, there was something about that. So I could understand replicating that in a video. It's also probably easier to do VO. If you're gonna like read off something more directly. That's interesting. I've never even attempted, obviously, because I've never done a scripted video on camera, only the shitty Elite RE videos. You would have to look at the camera and read your script. It's kind of, I've never even considered that could be difficult, but it would be. You'd probably want your PC or your laptop behind it. You'd blow up the thingy. You'd probably have to walk away and scroll down all the time. All this sounds horrible. I know, I've literally never thought about that, but that's what most people do, right? This just feels mean. Who cares? True, that's why we're defending. Miller, we're here.
Otaku culture has been a lasting butterfly effect on the magical girl genre, playing a significant role in the commodification of the genre. But what is the otaku, and how have they greatly
Chaos said that's the Steins Gate sister series or whatever.
impacted the genre? Kumiko Saito, in her frequently cited essay on the magical girl, discusses the otaku audience, the rise in male
She's referencing an essay, my goodness.
viewers within the magical girl genre.
This is Broe de Chanel coded.
Or women, but usually men. The otaku audience has been around since the 80s. Otaku culture is typically characterized by being attracted to bisoujo characters or beautiful girl characters. Bisoujo later created moe, which means having a strong attraction and feelings for cute and young anime, manga, and or video game characters. The term otaku is used differently in the West. It's used as a way to say that you're a die-hard fan of anime. You're more than a weeb, an average fan. You're an otaku, the top of anime fans. However, the original definition of otaku is much, much different. Otakus take original material and make their own meaning out of it.
It's not even just about like anime and stuff. It's like a video game guide too, I'm pretty sure.
Usually fetishizing the material and characters in the process.
True,
Interestingly,
it said video games there.
Otaku culture ties back to postmodernism as it's a practice in reusing images and ideas. There's no new stuff happening in otaku culture. It's all recycled.
True, Digibro used to always talk about this. And so did Anno, I guess, where it's about how anime is very incestual, and if anime is ever to be good again, they have to get influenced by things outside of anime.
Ideas and images. Otaku's reuse and fetishization of characters removes the character's central meaning and instead makes an important space around visual cues. The otaku audience is attracted to what the characters imply. A bisoujo exposed woman implies that she's sexually available and easy. A moe young cute girl implies that she's innocent and too trusting. So when I say male gaze, in this context, I'm referring to men or women who participate in otaku culture, and I will be using it interchangeably with otaku gaze. How does this relate to natural girls? Animation studios found that creating magical girl series and characters that attract an otaku audience provide the studios profit.
God, this Go Nagai shit looks so fucking cool.
Doing so allows them to create and sell suggestive figures and merchandise, even if the scene is depicting does not actually happen within the series. A popular example of magical girl series targeted towards men is Cutie Honey. When the bisoujo character, Cutie Honey, fights and transforms, her clothes are often ripped off, thus interrupting the narrative.
I feel like I've heard the term Bishoujo before, and I've never even like thought about what it means. I feel like I hear Krasdorf saying it in my head, and I have no idea why. This can't be defended, lol, Miller the Killer says. She hasn't done anything that bad yet. She's just like complaining about like the direction of magical girl shows. It honestly does seem like we've got like two examples here, which is probably like the main criticism of the video. But I mean, it would be better if you just, what do you call it? If this was specifically about like those two shows rather than the genre in general. It feels like somebody describing anime to their parents. I feel like this just feels like a bread tubey video.
Cutie Honey was so popular that it has had several spin-offs and remakes, even though the original series debuted in the 70s.
Oh my
Sharp
god,
narratives
that's the
rather than
Anno Cutie Honey
was
movie.
so popular
Me and Alita, are you gonna watch this one day?
that it has had several spin-offs and remakes. Even though the original series debuted in the 70s, the otaku audience did not start to become noticeable to studios until the 80s. The success of Cutie Honey and similar series that objectify women demonstrate to studios that accommodating to otaku audience rather than women provides them with profitable outcomes. So, sexualizing characters give money, not sexualizing characters and empowering women instead does not bring money. Some of the first magical girl series, such as
Well, not money from men.
Creamy Mommy, exemplified the belief that the magical girl's true goal becomes the eternal deferral of growth and their task to be just cute and young. Magical girl series from the 70s and 80s focused on young, cute girls who use magic to turn teenage girls. At that time, it was a common trope for the series to end with the magical girl giving up her magic as she has realized that her true magic is her shoujo, aka her girlhood. Her adolescence is free of any obligations and expectations. She's not
I
expected
feel
to
like I learned this in a Shades video too.
married, have kids, have a career, own a home. While denying adulthood is rebellion against the expectations of women in Japanese society, focusing on the magical childhood also highlights and encourages the away from viewer as young girls are now seen as the ideal. While series like Creamy Mommy are not directly explicit, they're full of sexual innuendos. I mean, like that title, Creamy Mommy. They also make use of the bank system. Bank system is the reuse of frames to help
Now-
save money.
I can see myself like making the mistake that was just made in like an old video too, or even a new video. Like obviously, creamy mommy in Japanese probably doesn't mean like creamy mommy is in like haha sex joke, right? You probably shouldn't lean into that so earnestly, and you probably have to develop more of like a comedic timing or personality to like pull off that joke. I feel like there are a lot of jokes in my old videos exactly like that, where it like what happened there is she was trying to make a point, and the point was maybe something, but her evidence was to pivot into a joke, and it was like silly. But yeah. Anyway.
This again goes back to postmodernism, just the reuse of images over and over again. Nothing new is happening here. In Magical Girl series, this technique is often used for the transformation sequence. This use of the bank system highlights the transformation of an innocent moe character into a seductive bisoujo character, thus appealing to the otaku gaze. So we got moe, and then we got bisoujo. Boom, we got both parts of the otaku gaze in one. In the OG Magical Girl series, like Creamy Mommy. It is important to note that both Cutie Honey and Creamy Mommy anime were made by men. Go Nagi created Cutie Honey, and Studio Parrots, which was founded by Yuji Nukawa, created Creamy Mommy. Representations in popular culture created by and aimed at men have depicted girls as symbolic of modernity and changing mores, as alluring but dangerous and threatening to masculinity, the family, and to the nation itself. Magical girls reject modernity.
Hold on, I didn't. I was
Girls as
listening.
symbolic of created Cutie Honey, and Studio Parrots, which was founded by Yuji Nukawa, created Creamy Mommy.
Studio Parrot, that's the Naruto people.
Representations in popular culture created by and aimed at men have depicted girls as symbolic of modernity.
Representations in pop culture created and aimed at men have depicted girls as symbolic of modernity and changing mores. Or morals? It's mores, right? It's just like ideas, right? A deeply held social norm. I know everything, chat. Just listen to me, and we'll all be fine. Now, I haven't internalized this sentence, so we're going to start off from the beginning. Representations in pop culture created by and aimed at men have depicted girls as symbolic of modernity and changing morals, as alluring but dangerous and threatening to masculinity and family into the Okay, yes, I understand this.
Modernity and changing mores, as alluring but dangerous and threatening to masculinity, the family, and to the nation itself. Magical girls reject modernity and therefore become a threat to men, as she has rejected marriage and a family. In response to this threat, animation studios took advantage of the otaku culture and created magical girls who are considered bisoujo and illicit feelings of moe from male audiences. Portraying women from the otaku gaze takes away women's threatening power toward men, thus taking away her original meaning and changing her to just a source of voyeurism and pleasure. With otaku culture in full force.
Oh no, I'm going flat already. I mean, there's a million problems with this reading of like, this is a subjective reading of symbols and images. This is also like, I guess that's really the only issue, huh? Like, there's 3 different conversations about how much does art reflect its context. Well, not how much does art reflect its context, but how much does it matter to the art piece, differentiating that from quality. Now, honestly, she hasn't made any quality judgments here, and judging from the letterbox, she likes Madoka Magica a lot. And so she can separate it, which is good. And I think it's like that old video I wanted to make about how like the One Piece girl character designs can be problematic and still be great. Where the problematic aspect is like fan service. But like it's still great. Like you're allowed to like, these are 2 different judgments, right? One judgment is how much you like the thing, and then the other judgment is what are the moral repercussions of the thing.
How did women take back the genre? The iconic series Sailor Moon played a strong part, as well as the cult classic Revolutionary Girl Utena. Sailor Moon didn't show up until the 90s, and
True, Utena is going to be a positive counterexample.
did revolutionize the genre. The series popularized transformation sequences and created the standard of the magical girl power system. Sailor Moon changed the transformation formula to one of accessories and makeovers rather than physical change. Naoko Takuchi, the author of Sailor Moon, and Toei Studios made hyperfemininity a positive rather than a negative. Hyperfemininity is often seen as a weakness. It's stereotypically used as a way to visually show that a woman character is not the brightest, she's not the smartest. I thought, not a lot going on in here. She's pretty. Sailor Moon flipped the stereotype on its head and made femininity empowering. As a woman, it is so awesome to see. Sailor Scouts gain power from their jewelry.
I feel like there has to be one of the girls in Sailor Moon that is like a ditzy dumb girl. And I feel like that would be a good counterexample to this point.
And dresses.
Even then, there is a counterexample to that counterexample that I've thought up of this fake character I don't even know if it exists. That as well. If there's one character over here that's dumb, but there's 4 girls over here that aren't dumb, well then it's sort of morally equalizing itself or whatever. The series created to sell toys to little girls didn't make money. Are we talking about Precure? Is this another Precure subtweet about how Precure is very popular? I mean, she's right. The format of the video just sucks. It doesn't suck. It's just like kind of a little janky.
Like, yeah, I love jewelry and dresses, and they make me feel.
Hold on. I guess the real point here is that the video probably isn't that bad. I'm sure it gets some things factually wrong or whatever, but the comments are like crazy, right? I've never seen so much. I only watch Sailor Moon, Utena, and Madoka Magica. Therefore, I'm an expert in a magical girl genre energy in my whole life. 400 upvotes. I can't remember it again. I can't remember if it was Heath or Miller. I feel like it has to have been Heath. Where it was like Mercury Falcon had like a 3K upvoted tweet about this video. But a lot of these comments are probably pretty misogynistic and terrible. And it's like, it's interesting that like that tweet has led to those people showing up here. Oh my God, she's got sources in the description. Elitari would love this. A great counterexample would be if she had her Mal here and she had a bunch of magical girl shows. Now, honestly, the fact that the video is only referencing like the same 4 or 5 shows over and over probably does indicate that she probably hasn't seen much outside of that. But yeah, TikTok bubbles are very dangerous. How did this girl think any normal human being wouldn't get annoyed by such unsubstantiated reasoning? My goodness. I also hate how often she pits these. Also, the comments where they pretend that this is like an in-group and this person is outside of it, rather than like the fact that they're responding to this video is really annoying. So when they're like, I hate it when people do this in my comment section, where it's like, where they like, she pits. It should be you pit, right? You're responding to this girl. Like, you're not commenting on her. Pizza shows female versus otaku gays if women can't be otaku or otaku. Wow, you actually did the misogyny, lady. My goodness. I didn't even know it was possible to make a video essay about magical girls and not even mention Precure once. This is like the talking point. It's so insane how almost everything mentioned in this video by the minute was misinformation. Is misinformation Destiny's fault? Because I swear everybody overuses this fucking term constantly. And it's annoying. Not a single mention of Precure, a magical girl show that has been going on for decades that's clearly geared towards girls. Motherfuckers watch Madoka Magica and Evangelion once and think they're experts on their respective genre. It is true. Like, these are a new wave of annoying. Where it's like they're clearly informed by, like, the informed anime YouTube space that's like Steve'em and Shabes and Pause and Select and like even like the Weeb crew and the Weeb Club guys and all of these people, where these are particular pointed, but it's obvious like the coding is of a moron. Like, it's just like a lucky moron that lucked into the right YouTube videos to get the right opinion and is still very annoying about it. Motherfuckers watch these things and these things. And it's just like a signal about how, like, have you noticed this trend? It's like, yeah, brother, we all have. You're not breaking new ground here. Kill yourself. The concept of the genre to sell toys being commodified. My goodness. Isn't that what Heath said? Was that a Heath? Oh my God, Heath, is this your alt? My goodness. Creamy Mommy's title is not a sexual innuendo at all. Well, yeah, I already made this point. And she doesn't believe this either. She just saw the opportunity to make the dumb joke and she wanted to put it in somehow. This is just like beginning YouTube writing, all right? I've never related to a line more in a YouTube video. Don't ever talk about peak honey again, tourist. Well, this is retarded. Anybody that uses a tourist term, you're pretty sure this is a stupid person. I can't wait for your next video. Lolita fashion is based off the book Lolita and appeals to pedophilia. Well, this is a defensive Mushoku Tensei fan, if ever I've seen one. The shitification of my pants. Okay, I giggled at this one. Because I thought the end of this was going to be like YouTube video essays or something. But that's kind of funny. It's so heartwarming when people from all parts of the anime fandom come together to dunk on Tourist. Well, we found them. The male gaze and boys literally got bullied if they watched Sailor Moon instead of Dragon Ball or Yu Yu Hakusho. Isn't Sailor Moon a positive example? Maybe she's going to shit on it and the part I haven't got to yet. Actual torture-induced test video? Oh my god. That sounds like a Miller the Killer comment. Every Magical Girl fan on Twitter is killing you right now. I'd give up. Kill yourself. I hate YouTube commenters. I think Heath pointed out that if you go to like, how long ago was this video uploaded? Oh, it was a month ago. Like if you like went back like a month, I'm sure like most of the comments are probably positive and people who just found this video without it like being brigaded on Twitter. 1 month ago. Well, I agree with some of your points here. Some of these seem like bad faith arguments. I sincerely see this one seems a little nicer, huh? But now that it's like the in thing to shit on the video, it's gonna be is this the worst anime video ever made? Brother. I got 17 Gigic videos, 24 Mother's Basement videos. I wish I knew more shitty anime YouTubers off the top of my head. Mother's Basement isn't even bad. There are plenty worse videos than this one.
Feel powerful and you feel so confident. So to see that represented with literal magical powers, love that. Iconic. Rather than looking down the scouts for getting dressed up to fight crime, everybody looks up to them and sees them as
This is her first YouTube video. That's fucking insane.
This is illustrated in the diegesis as within the show. It's camp.
I feel like, I was also thinking this today. I could totally make a video. Like, there's a world where my Denji video gets this reaction on Twitter, and I pray. Oh my god. That's a song. I pray every single day. Something, something, hallelujah or something. I nearly did that song accidentally. Oh, please. I need to be in YouTube drama somehow. And I would like to be in it with these people, all right? Like, the informed anime side of YouTube, because I don't think they're going to try and kill me. It would be great. It'd be terrific. We're going to drag Elite RE into it somehow. Everybody's going to get mad at me, and I'm going to pivot by saying Elite RE likes AI, and they're all going to pivot over there and go and attack him. Oh, I wish I made a video at Mauler that everybody was mad at. It's been so long. Oh, I've never really been in it on Twitter, though. One time, for like one day, I fought with Mikasa and Eren shippers as a Mikasa John shipper. And I'm pretty sure we ended the argument saying, well, we'll see who's right in the end. And it's very funny because kind of technically I was wrong, but kind of technically she ended up with Jean in the end, so I was right. But nobody ever revisited that conversation. Other than that, in YouTube video comments, I've made divisive videos, obviously. The Vinland Saga anime sucks, and anybody that likes it's retarded. But that's besides the point. And also, obviously, Attack on Titan fandom was very split into it at certain parts. Oh, I would love it. Oh, and I would just be responding to YouTube comments in 17 videos day after day. Oh, it would be great. Anyway,
And in that Sailor V
this young lady doesn't deserve it.
has video games.
I'd love if the commenters would join us in Discord and VC to argue about it. This would be great. I would like to do it. I would be terrible at arguing, I think, because I would just lose my train of thought constantly and pivot into something, and then I would say something way too extreme just to, like, for shock value and to be hilarious. And, so if it was me and Elite, I think that would be the ideal scenario. If it was me and Elite RE can keep me on track. But Elite RE would immediately start disavowing crazy shit I said and fracture the team dynamic. And then I would jokingly shit on Elite RE. And oh my god, it would be great. Mikasa was a slut, so both of you won. It's true. Body count of 2, she is for the streets, as Miller the Killer would say. He would fit in well with these commenters, I think. His name is Roy Thomas or something like that. Some guy from the Weeb Cruise Discord genuinely did a copy. Just copy a comment I said to their YouTube video channel and posted it here. So you might come across a comment made by me. My goodness. Heath's reach is far and wide. What can we say? We need Cichlid on our side. That's true. If we can get... Oh my goodness, what a dream team. Fighting a bunch of fucking internet morons. It would be terrific. I've still never spoken to Cichlid in my life. Can you believe it? Why is this fucking pussy dodging me, huh? Why is pussy dodging me? The story of my life, brother. See, that's a bad video, like, bad joke, like Creamy Mommy that shouldn't have been made, but I did it. Okay?
and movies about her, illustrating that people within the universe look up to the Scouts and idolize them. Additionally, Sailor Moon viewers look up to the Scouts as well. Despite this
God, my Denji video better get a lot of negative attention.
series premiering over 30
It's so, because I actually had to think about it and lay it out, it's so fucking nuded. Oh my goodness, it's not
years
gonna
ago,
happen.
Sailor Moon merchandise, cosplay, museums can easily be found today. Sailor Moon's use of
Denji didn't get raped.
femininity is a rebellion against the stereotype that dressed-up women are dim-witted and unsuccessful. Revolutionary Utena came out about 5 years after Sailor Moon's initial release.
I have no idea what we're up to in this video, but we're going flat. We're not going to finish it, so let's just keep going.
It's known for being a deconstruction of the magical girl genre by subverting common tropes and traditional gender norms. This series,
I know the deconstruction word. That section of the internet's not going to like that.
focuses on women's problems and encourages change around women's oppression. It follows Utena as she tries to save Anthony, the magical girl, from a cycle of oppression and abuse. In Utena, Anthony wants to give up her magic, but the men around her force her to keep it and use it to revolutionize the world. What it means to revolutionize the world is different from character to character, but for Akio, the main antagonist, that means to
She is saying Utena wrong, right, too? I think that's another thing I saw.
reclaim his lost power.
Spoilers, I'll forget it,
The
don't
series
worry.
ends with Utena saving Anthony. Anthony loses her powers and Utena disappears from the world. Interestingly, this goes back to the early Magical Girl series, as those end with their magic being given up. While those series focus on elementary age girls, Anthony is in high
I
school.
guess I didn't
And
want
the
to know
series ends
that,
with
but
her
I
leaving
don't really know which one's which.
with
I think
grounds to
this
go
is
to the outside world
Utena, and
go
I've
for it.
already forgotten which one lost their magic and which one disappeared.
to search for Utena. The true magic for Anthony isn't her adolescence, but rather her adulthood and freedom that brings her. The true magic for Anthony isn't her childhood, it's her adulthood, and how that represents freedom and brings her new life choices and opportunities that her childhood didn't provide her. For Anthony, adulthood
True,
means
so
being
it's doing a similar thing, but less problematic. I
able to choose her own
understand.
path in life, whether she wants to get married or not, what career to have. Anthony's life choices were made for her during adolescence, but now as an adult, she is truly free. Anthony's magic comes from her womanhood, not
I thought Utena was like 94.
her childhood. This goes against what early Magical Girl series did, because their true magic came from their childhood, and they rejected adulthood. Revolutionary Utena is just iconic. Again, it's a deconstruction of the series, especially showed in the ending with Anthony's rejection of her childhood and wanting to move on to adulthood. This really helps to empower both sides of girls and young women. Utena is for older women, and it makes them
Was that correct, Elite RE? Do you give that reading your approval?
feel comfortable.
She's saying Utena fine. Sure. That's not how everybody says it, but, you know, sometimes you got to be different.
And safe in adulthood, knowing that not everything is going to be so horrible and bleak. They have their own choices they can make, and they will still have freedom, even if that freedom is different from the freedom that they had in their childhood. The struggles Anthony and Utena face are struggles that women face all around the world. Women are often viewed as threatening, but also desirable, and men
Utena's kind of bad. I don't like
mitigate that
Utena.
dichotomy by trying to control women. By defying Akio, rejecting the role of the passive princess, and struggling to free Anthony from rejectified role and duels, Utena subverts the narrative assigned to her gender, refusing heterosexual primacy and tirelessly fighting for what can only be called feminist ends. This is seen through how Utena wears the boys' school uniform rather than the girls. That's a rejection of the male gaze and the gender binary. Also seen through how she develops a career relationship with Anthony, a theme that is moreover in the retelling movie Idolist.
Oh my god,
Utena
they
and
were
Anthony's relationship
kissing.
goes against the male gaze. They have labeled themselves as non-desirable for the otaku. Their visual cues are not for heterosexual romance. These actions from Utena, plus her final act of saving Anthony, is openly feminist as it encourages non-rigidity for magical girls and women.
I'm kind of
Utena
trying
acts as a
not to
warning.
watch
It
right
shows the
now.
danger and harm of oppressing and objectifying women. Utena's encouragement for adulthood shows that adulthood in itself is magical in a different way than childhood. On the other end, Sailor Moon's hyperfemininity appeals to the female gaze rather than the otaku gaze. The Scout's visual cues are hard to be misinterpreted as a sexual reading. Their changing jewelry and clothes are symbols of power and agency for women, not one of fetishization. And yeah, while the Utena transformations can be argued as sexual, it focuses more on the feminine side of things rather than her body. It focuses more on her nails getting painted and then immediately putting gloves on. But we know her nails are painted, and that is awesome. When my nails are painted, which they're not right now, I feel so good about myself. Utena critiques the early Shoujo and Meli magical girls by going against gender norms
I relate, Chad. I'm a girl.
and deconstructing the genre through the acceptance of adulthood and the power of queer love. This dichotomy of some series being for the otaku gaze, some being empowering for women, and few deconstructing the genre stay the relative norm. That is until Madoka Magica came out. Madoka Magica is a long-lasting fan favorite series, and it has left a noticeable, seemingly everlasting change on the magical girl genre. Madoka Magica changed the game. It opened the door for magical girl series.
You know what's actually kind of cool? Is she gave that Madoka movie a 5 out of 5. If she doesn't mention at any point in this video that she likes Madoka, that would kind of be cool. Like, she doesn't try to do the, now, Madoka Magica is very problematic, even though I do love the show. Like, that's kind of cool. I would respect that a lot. If she's, like, sticking, because, again, I don't think she has at any point made a quality judgment about any of these shows. She hasn't said, this show is problematic and, you know, it appeals to the male gaze. And also, like, what happened with the characterization here? And, like, what the fucking, this fucking sucks. And obviously this undoes her whole point. And there's, like, no, like, quality misreadings or anything like that. Which is pretty admirable, because every fucking video falls into that trap. Oh, wait, she's saying Utena? I didn't even hear it. Elite RE, once again, concedes to the great Kyle Entertainment. What can I say? That bit, wait until he has to concede that the Chainsaw Man anime sucks in a few days. It's going to be great. That bit with the sword was like a Sora high. I kind of was not looking, all right? Shut the fuck up. I like her pronunciation. It shows she's not influenced by dumb perspectives of other people. True.
Series to explore darker aesthetics and greater themes. It's applied for being
It just shows that the fact that she didn't know how to say Josei was actually just emblematic of the fact that she just reads. You know, she reads so much literature on the subject that she's never even heard of a shitty YouTube video, so it's a very unique perspective.
Deconstruction of the magical genre through its critique and subversion of the typical beats the genre follows. Most importantly, the first 2 episodes start off as a typical magical anime,
Spoilers.
but the 3rd episode ends with the main character dying by
He's gonna get
decapitation.
chomped.
The surprise twist of brutal, unforgiving violence is what the series is most known for, and it's also seinen. So yeah, catered towards men, not women, because women don't like violence, not at all. Not there's a bunch of women who love the MCU and stuff. Anyways, Madoka Magica takes advantage of moe.
Is that an MCU diss?
Men, not women, because women don't like violence, not at all. Not there's a bunch of women who love the MCU and stuff. Anyways, Madoka Magica takes advantage of moe. The characters
MCU, classical violence.
round faces portray them as cute, young, and innocent. The characters
What was the point there, though? It seemed like she was making fun of the idea that Madoka is for men because it has violence in it, and that obviously women can like violence too. But isn't her conclusion that Madoka is for men? I wonder if there's anything to show Madoka is made for men. I wonder if there is anything to show Madoka is made for men. Now, obviously, Heath is making a joke here where it's like obvious that Madoka is made for men. Like there's something sexy or something, but I can't tell. Heath has floored me. Like, it's anime original, so there's no demographic magazines you can point to. That is a good point. Like, there is no, like, that's kind of a good point. Like, is there any official merchandise that says the great seinen series Madoka Magica, or are we just applying manga demographics to anime? Just decides it's aimed at men, then women aren't allowed to enjoy it, Lamel. Yeah, exactly. It would be ridiculing the idea of gender distinctions. It must be ridiculing the idea of gender distinctions. I think so, right? But I feel like at the beginning of the video, she said that, like, it's appealing to... I don't know. That was about the male gaze specifically. And I guess, like, boobs do bounce. I don't think Madoka Magica is an especially sexualized show, though. The Madoka's mom is fucking hot, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I get, like, commenting about how it's dark and scary is kind of a twist, and I'm sure there were a bunch of Madoka copycats afterwards. I don't know.
design is meant to draw affectionate feelings from male viewers, and the dark, gritty, battle action themes reference similar themes seen in popular seinen series. The success and impact the series have had has caused so many Magical Girl series to be made for men. Following series like Magical Girl Racing Project in 2016.
The Great Wonder Egg Priority. Too bad the ending sucked, right, Elitari? That was a great show. One of the best. A 9 out of 10, I think I gave it.
And Wonder Egg Priority from 2021 draw inspiration from Madoka Magica with similar character designs and the surprise of brutal violence. Honestly,
The worst part of stupid fucking Wonder Egg Priority was it trying to be sad sometimes. I don't want to see that fucking turtle die. Ruin the whole show.
New Magical Girl series that is not explicitly shoujo or a sequel to a past series. I am expecting the surprise twist of like brutal violence. Like, it's not surprising anymore because everything does it. I'd honestly be surprised if it was normal.
It feels like this is a completely different point of like, she's sick of Madoka ripoffs.
I'll be more surprised if it was normal. New Magical Girl series aimed at girls and women are continuing to be put out. The popular and most accessible.
This also, I'm kind of relating to the my perceived production behind this video a lot, because this does feel like somebody like with my level of anime knowledge, where they might have seen like 50 shows, but like the shows they've seen, they can put in like narratives. Like I do this all the time, where I'm like, well, obviously Claymore is just a berserk with girls, obviously, right? And it's obvious, and like this is very tied to my like, well, it must come from the thing I've seen, obviously. It's like, oh, I saw Madoka, and then there's these two other shows that seem to be doing a semi-similar thing, so this must be like a big trend. Whereas it's like, there's probably a million counterexamples, especially when you get into the weeds of like shows nobody except for like very specific anime fans have ever seen. So, and I'm pretty sure I probably did this in my old videos where you make sweeping statements about anime with not a lot of anime expertise.
In terms of viewing ability and merchandise availability. In the West, are Magical Girls made for the otaku. Madoka Magica popularized contemporary Magical Girl series that are aimed at men rather than women. Despite the male-centered outcome of Madoka Magica's success, it's a beloved series that deserves its praise. The series' popularity illustrates that Magical Girls do not have to stay in the box of femininity with pink aesthetics and a more subdued violence. Audiences also like to
battery. We still got 5 minutes. What am I? By the time we stream next, we're going to be over this video and we're not going to watch it. And I'm not going to watch this video on myself. This fucking monster is so cool. Oh, there's a thing right at the end.
praise. The series' popularity illustrates that Magical Girls do not have to rather than women. Despite the male-centered outcome of Madoka Magica's success, it's a beloved series that deserves.
Oh, I don't know. Wonder Egg Priority feels like a show that could appeal to girls, even more so than Madoka Magica, I think. You know, chat. Hopefully, someday soon, we will never go flat, and we will stream from a desktop or something. Just like Elitari. And he does nothing with his power. He streams even less times than I do. So what can I see? I see Elitari and Miller the Killer must be going back and forth. I'll have to read this after I end my great stream here this evening, because we are going flat at an alarming rate. Anyway, I'm sleepy. I got like 4 hours of sleep in the last 24 hours. I'm pretty cool like that. I don't know when we'll stream next. I gotta watch Chainsaw Man and then go see a fucking movie. So, I'm busy. And make a Chainsaw Man video. Anyway, I'll see everybody next time.